Hi, welcome to Let's Go Amateur Radio. My name is Nate, and I'm going to show you an experiment to see how a 17-foot whip works in an office park with a mount on the hood of my car. It's underneath the hood of my car, so I'll show you this mount here. So this is a hybrid, and I didn't want to put a mag mount on the back of my car because it was a new car. And so what I did here is I had somebody modify an existing mount for a ditch light mount that goes on a Toyota Tacoma, or 4Runner actually. And let me open up the trunk, the hood, I mean. Sorry. And I'll show you. So it mounts underneath the hood on the hinge. It's a hinge mount. And what he did is he welded on a washer so that I could turn it a little bit sideways and it would fit. See the bottom part where the white nut is, there's a washer that's welded onto this. It looks like I have to spray a little bit of black Rust-Oleum here to make it work, but to protect it from the little bit of rust. But let's close this up and we'll see how this works. I'll put the 17-foot Chamelon antenna on, which is right here. And then I'll extend it. We'll see if we can make some contacts in the middle of the day in the summer here in You can notch out some of the noise. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, portable.
Yeah, very good. You're sounding good too, Tim. Who is the Whiskey 4 station?
Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, portable.
Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo, portable. Yeah, good. Well, it's still morning here. Good morning. And about a 5 and 5 here between northwestern Chicago. David Rogers, over.
Thank you for the 5 and 5 to Chicago, Roger. You're a 5 and 5 to North Carolina. My name is Nate. I'm in my car with a hood mount on the hood hitch and a 17-foot whip, and I'm in an office park just doing an experiment to see if I can get out from an office park. Over.
Oh, very good. Very good. Okay. Well, it's working well. Interesting. 17-foot whip in the vehicle. So, yeah, doing a good job. We're just closing the International Police Association radio net here, Nate. And thanks for calling in today. Over.
Well, thanks for having the net, the international net, and I appreciate the contact and letting me in there. 73 from Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo.
Okay, 73, Nate, and 73, Tim. And
That was nice of him.
if there's anything for the net, go
See,
ahead.
look, we're getting 5 5s.
I'm probably going to get out of here for a moment, come back on and do something else in the air, but you got a great signal out of North Carolina. Thank you very much for coming back to the call, and maybe you'll hear me out there somewhere in the Caribbean in the next few months. Like, I'll be Charlie 6 Alpha for a day in the 3rd of September. I'll be Hotel India 3 for a day in Dominican September the 1st. And the whole week of September I'll be Maritime Mobile. Hopefully I get good
Maritime Mobile.
and then of course in
To listen for him out there in the Caribbean.
Puerto Rico I'll be operating Kilo Papa 4 all over the island, all over as well as to Vieques, the island off the mainland.
Vieques Island.
10 parks on the year on my list, one summit, one lighthouse. Am I going to do it all, Mike? I doubt it. But it's sure going to have fun playing radio. Over.
A little bit of success today, or a lot of success. Anybody we call out to pretty much hears us, except for the Hawaii, California net. I don't think they were listening. Contact W4NDK. Oh, he heard me.
me there. I heard somebody else trying to get in there, so we'll see this thing over there, and maybe we'll work again there out there someplace in the Caribbean. Number 205 southbound X-ray at 9 NUQ 73. Alright, I did hear somebody trying to get in there. Try your call again, over.
Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo.
Whiskey 4 Delta November Kilo. Nate, I hear you in there, Nate. Good afternoon. Is it afternoon now? It's about a minute away, but good to hear you on the band. Not very strong, but you're making the trip to Chicago, and yeah, we are retired. We're in the retirement club finally. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilowatt, N9NUQ, over.
Yes, N9NUQ. We've talked 3 or 4 times. You always sound excellent on the Elecraft K4 with the amplifier, and I appreciate you letting me in. I'm doing a little experiment here in North Carolina. I'm in an office park, and I'm portable with a 17-foot whip on a hood joint mount, on the elbow joint of the hood mount. Over.
Man, so you're portable right now. Are you in a park, or you just, where are you at, or?
Well, I'm in an office park, just parked on the side of a street, in my car. Over.
Roger. Which antenna are you operating today? Over.
The Chamelon 17-foot whip, and I'm putting this on YouTube if that's okay with you. Is that all right?
Sounds good. You got a 5.5, a little bit of QSB, but no
55.
problems at all. Yeah, we just, last week we got the KX2, the little Elecraft that my wife gave me as a retirement gift. Been trying to practice and trying to learn it, but the propagation isn't been good. But I'll take it with me to later on in the month and on the cruise ship, and as well as Bahamas and Puerto Rico. But mostly, when I get this opportunity to work some distinctions with this little QRD with it, the Canadian is doing fantastic, Nate.
Yeah, I have one of those myself, and I use it primarily with a homebrew Soda Beams 22-foot doublet, which I love, and it works great when the bands are decent. It also works pretty well when the bands aren't so good either, as long as I'm in a quiet area. You'll have no trouble down there when you go on the cruise, and when you're on that extended trip, maritime, mobile, etc., hopefully you'll post on your QRZ page where you're going to be, and I heard you earlier talking about that, and I'll look for you. Roger? Roger, lots of QSB. You sort of went down in the noise, but I heard a little bit about Adam K6ARK. That's Kilo 6 Alpha Romeo Kilo. Yeah, he makes some great small things, small antennas, small microphones. I got one of his microphones. Yeah, you'll enjoy that radio, and I look forward to following you and finding you when you're at a park, or definitely Maritime Mobile would be exciting to contact you when I'm here in Charlotte. If you're in the Caribbean, I get the Caribbean pretty well some of the afternoons and evenings. Over. Oh, we might have lost him. It was part of our...
Yeah, Nate, the band took a dive there a little bit there. I mean, he's still copying me there. I'm pushing 500 watts in your direction there, but are you still copying me? Over?
Yeah, I'm still copying you, but you faded down into the noise, and now you're back. Over.
Yeah, this propagation is terrible. It's poor band condition. If I didn't have 500 watts and an 8-element force 12, I probably wouldn't hear anybody. Over.
Yeah, well, that's why I heard you, and I appreciate that. Hey, we'll keep it short, but I want to talk to you another evening before you go, and I'll find you when you're on your trip if you post it on your QRZ. I believe it's N9NUQ. Is that correct?
Roger. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to be hoteling you at 3, stroke my call. I'll be my call, stroke Charlie 6 Alpha for 1 day. I'll be my call, Maritime Mobile. In October the 2nd to the 15th, I'll be in my call, stroke. No, I'll be Kilo Papa 4, stroke my call. So, hey, retirement is full-fledged, 100%. Only at it since 14 days now I've been retired. So, maybe you'll hear me somewhere in the Caribbean out there. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilowatt. N9NUQ. Good to hear you there, and the community's doing good. Over.
Yeah, thanks very much, and I'll look for you. We have a house at Topsail Island, North Carolina, Holly Ridge, North Carolina, and when I put out my infed, the antenna is oriented towards Puerto Rico, directly at Puerto Rico. So I'll hear you if you're out there. Pleasure talking to you again in Chicago. Congrats on the retirement. Congrats on the KX2. I love mine. I'm on the 891 now. Have a good Wednesday, 73 from Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo.
All right, mate. Good to hear you again. We'll look for you down the long, 73. And break with you there. QR, is at any other station, any place, anywhere, November, 9 November.
That was a good one. Heard someone loud and clear, and then they went away.
Wait, you want to try it? We'll give you a call time a couple times. Maybe I can rotate my antenna and take it a little bit better. This is KAGSX. Thanks for the call.
Okay, well, we'll cut it short. I think that would be a success with the ACUFT 891 and the Chamelon 17-foot whip, and it was great to hear N9NUQ from Chicago, and I'm definitely going to look for him when he's on his cruise and when he is in Puerto Rico. So look for him too. N9 November Uniform Quebec. And he should be posting some of this information on his QRZ page. So get out there and play radio. Even if you think the bands are bad, you'll still make some contacts, which I did. Wasn't very hard. And one of the secrets is the Chamelon 17-foot whip. And being away from some noise, I think if I wasn't in an office park with all these electronics in these data centers, I'd be much better off. But I didn't have enough time to drive far enough away to get to a park where I have some insulation from a lot of the electronics of this city in Charlotte. But thanks for joining me, and get out and play radio. And yeah, get yourself on Amazon one of these ditch light mounts that goes on the under the hood of your car. It hooks onto the bolts and bend it a little bit, and it works great. 73 from W4 in DK. Boom.